G'day gang, so what is going on? I'm swamped at the moment, just about to start cooking dinner, but I just got to get this one out quick. So we have got Australian government about to strip all of our rights for this coronavirus. So we're talking single digits, I think as low as 3 or something people have died in Australia. So the Melbourne Grand Prix, no fans. Cricket at the SCG, no fans. Now the AFL announcing no fans. So I don't know what's going on. Anyone with a membership to the footy is not going to be happy. They're going to have to pay out on a game-by-game basis to their members the money for their membership that has already been paid in full. So we've got multiple schools shutting down in Melbourne, at least 2 that I heard of. We've got travel bans being put on left, right and centre. We've got Norway has just closed all of its schools and universities today. Greece has just closed all of its schools and universities. So we all knew they were going to bring in martial law. I don't think many of us seen this coming, but we're at the point now where they're probably going to put a travel ban on Indonesia soon too. So there goes my trip to Bali that I booked 2 months ago. That's meant to happen end of next month. So the airline has graciously said that they will allow us to change the date and rebook for another time. I'm like, this could be going on forever. All they need is another fake case here and there, someone to die of pneumonia or the flu, and they'll just keep this thing going. They will keep it going. And of course they'll probably still allow people to go to work, but only separated by 1.5 meters. You know, maybe the workers will have to wear masks and everyone else will have to stay at home. Schools will be shut in Australia, you can be guaranteed of that. I don't know what's going on here. I'll leave a thing at the start of this which shows you influenza cases and deaths. So for 2019, it's around 40,000 confirmed influenza cases. 4,000 died from complications caused by the influenza. So again, elderly, heart conditions, diabetes, any sort of, chronic type illnesses will be picked off basically by this. But 4,000 died and 40,000 confirmed. That's a 10% death rate from the influenza last year. We've got handful of people, bugger all, 3 or 4 died. We've got what is it? I don't even know. I try not to even follow this crap, to be honest with you. I gave up after the start. But so 100 confirmed or something like that, 3 dead. Nothing on the influenza. You know what I mean? Influenza, 40,000 confirmed cases, and that's, I tell you what, I've been to the doctors back in the day. I haven't had the flu for quite a while, but I've been at the doctors. We used to get it, when I wasn't, taking as good a care of myself. And I've never been tested for influenza. You went in there hocking logies and, snot dripping out of your face and got your antibiotics and off you went. But I never got tested for influenza. I never got told, oh, you've got type A or type B or fucking what the fuck. Never even heard of anyone getting tested. So 40,000 confirmed cases, probably out of many, 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 many more. And yet we've got 3 dead from corona in Australia, which is 3,997 less than the flu killed last year. And we can't go to the footy. We can't, we can't have large gatherings. Pretty soon our kids can't go to school. What the fuck is going on here? Seriously. I'm literally fucking scratching my head here, like, what is going on? So, they're putting travel bans, right? I heard that there was people paying $20,000 for a ticket that day out of European countries to get back to other countries who are putting travel bans on each other. People who live there. So, someone because Norway's just shut down all its schools and everything else, they're saying you're not allowed to come back in. People who have gone on holiday who live there are now shitting their pants, paying all sorts of money for a ticket to get back there before the however long, I don't know how long it was, there was like 24, 48 hours, something like that. So this is ridiculous. You got people who have gone on holiday somewhere and then their country says, oh, we're putting a travel ban from that country, no one can come from that country back to our country, when there's people who live in that country who are trying to get back in. I mean, what is going on here? So I think it's ridiculous. We knew martial law was going to come. We didn't see this coming, that's for sure. But what a perfect way to do it. You know, I'm literally talking to people about this and they're shitting their pants. They're shitting to be fair, way back at the start, I was half shitting my pants too, but I mean, not anymore. They are shitting their pants. Oh, I hear things like, for the good of the community, for the greater good. You know, I'm like, oh, don't start saying that. That's the agenda playbook. They're just buying exactly what the news is saying. So, I don't know what's going to happen here, but and another thing that you might find interesting, in August of last year, our biosafety whatever bullshit act that came in 2015, which was them legislating away more of our rights, they actually updated that in August of last year to give them more powers to close things like schools and all the rest of it. They just increased their capabilities in August of last year, almost like they had a crystal ball. So what are we going to do? How locked down are we going to get? Is it going to be like other countries like we're seeing, where one person's allowed out during the day to get food, do a bit of shopping, nighttime curfews, everything has to be closed by 6 p.m, must wear a mask in public? You know, how far is it going to go? And then the thing is, they'll keep this going, right, while they bring out the vaccine. So everyone's still shitting their pants, and then everyone will have to take the vaccine, and they'll make it so that if you don't take the vaccine, you can't get into the supermarkets that are open for 5 hours during the day, in which for you to get whatever basic stuff they have on the shelves left. So this is a concern now. We are possibly about to lose all of our rights and end up in a indefinite state of control. So is this what the New World Order looks like? Is this it? Is it too late? Are we done? Leave me your comments.